Well, we hope everyone's enjoying the
Hey,
show.
Brad, man, I am so sorry.
Billy, where have you been? I've been looking all over for you.
I thought your old show started at 9.
No.
So I got here a little late, you know.
Yes, you did.
I know. A little uncomfortable, I know.
Well, listen. This is Billy Lloyd, y'all. I'm gonna fill you in. He just started working with us today, interning. And we wanted to bring him on stage earlier.
I know, man, and I'm sorry.
Well,
I know.
you're here
I
now,
got
come
checks against me already.
He
How you guys doing? You guys doing all right? All right. That was weak. Y'all doing fine? All right then. Hey, you know, being an intern, I pay attention.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I was watching during your all's show like that and got to noticing your all's equipment. Is that one of those high-definition Camrys?
It sure is, yeah.
Is that what that is?
You're very
I've always
observant.
wanted to do this. Ready?
What are you doing? Billy, don't do that. Stop. Look, back over here.
How you been, son?
I've been good. I'm kind of regretting my decision to bring you here an intern.
Are you?
Yeah. Well, what has it been, about 2 months?
At least, yeah, something like that. Hey, you know what? I just got back from New York City.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, I took my wife up there. We were doing some early Christmas shopping.
Huh.
You know?
Turned into a high roller, huh?
Well, you know, having a little fun up there. You know, but we were getting ready to walk out of one of those shops while we was up there, you know, and we walked out to a cop up there, and he was writing out a parking ticket.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So I went over there to him. I said, hey, you know, how about giving a vacation or a break like that? You know, well, he just ignored me. Kept writing out the tickets, you know. Of course, it irritated me, you know, so I called him an arrogant jerk.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Yeah, and then he started writing out another ticket for having out worn-out tires. Yeah, then my wife gets upset. She starts calling them names, you know. This went on for about 20 minutes. I mean, just ticket after ticket after ticket after ticket. The more we said anything to him, the more tickets he kept writing.
That's right. I don't blame him.
So finally, our bus came. We just got on it and left.
Then why in the world do you do stuff like that?
Oh, we always look for cars that have Obama or Hillary bumper stickers on them. That's a divided house tonight, ain't it? Let it out. It's just comedy, folks.
You look like you're ready for the holiday, especially
Man,
that hat. I like that hat.
you
get
like
that,
it?
Did you get that in New York?
I did.
I didn't know it had stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't either until I went up there. You know, the holidays are my favorite time of year, though.
Really?
Yeah, especially Thanksgiving. That's my favorite holiday, you know, because that's when you're able to give thanks that you only got to see them people 2 or 3 times a year. Because whether you want to admit it or not, we've all got that one close family member or close relative that's just a blooming idiot.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's the same one that always misses the 5 o'clock news because they don't know what time it comes on.
Who would that be in your family?
My uncle's that way.
Your uncle.
Yeah, I was over at his house a couple weeks back, you know, and the bank called him to tell him that he was overdrawn. So he mailed him a check.
He's a smart one.
Yeah. Well, you know, his biggest dream in life was to own a 2-story mobile home.
A 2-story mobile home.
Yeah.
I've never seen one.
Yeah, well, I hadn't either. And I told him, I said, Eddie, listen, I don't even think there is such a thing. He says, well, heck, there ought to be. I said, why is that? He said, for people that got money. It takes him an hour and a half to watch 60 Minutes now. I'll tell you that. They had a commercial that come on the other day, and they were promoting that new Star Wars movie coming out at Christmas time. And the announcer comes on there, you know, and he goes, coming to a theater near you. He goes, how in the heck do they know where I live?
Well, I think we all got someone like that in our family, and if you don't, then it may be you.
That's true. That's right. Well, and you know what? Let me tell you the dumbest thing he ever did. 3 years ago, Memorial Day weekend, he was reading some article in the paper, you know, that said 75% of all fatal car accidents occur within 35 miles of where you live.
I've read that.
Yeah. Yeah, so the idiot moved. He said, that ain't going to happen to me.
Have you been doing any shopping since you've been here?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of shopping. In fact, I went yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah. Got it.
Why you keep repeating everything I'm saying?
Am I doing that?
Yeah. Well, I think that's what you're doing.
I'm sorry. It's just there's some folks from up north. They might not know what yesterday is.
Oh. That's the day before today. But no, I did. I took my grandmother up here to North Myrtle Beach. We went up there to that Briarcliff Mall.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Had a good time up there until she got arrested.
Your grandmother got arrested?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
How in the world something like that happened?
Well, we went to the Bass Pro.
The Bass Pro.
What, you're doing it again?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Bass Pro.
Okay.
Yeah. You been there, huh? We was up there, and my grandmother, for whatever reason, decided she wanted to get one of these foot-long chili dogs.
At Bass Pro?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. And so for whatever reason, it kind of gave her a bad case of them stomach cramps. You know, we've all been there. You know what I'm saying? Well, about 5 minutes later, that old manager there at Bassett P. Road called the cops on her and had her arrested.
For what?
He accused her of stealing a duck call and some stank bait. I don't care who you are. That's funny right there. You know, I was reading somewhere that laughter will make you live longer. I can see some of y'all over here ain't going to make it.
It's good to know you're not very nervous on stage.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm interning. You know, got to get the butterflies
You're
out.
good at it.
Hey, I got to ask you. You remember my buddy, that Amish buddy I've got? You know, Zebediah Schwarzentroober.
Oh yeah, who could forget a name like that?
Yeah, right. Well, see, they don't understand the whole shopping thing. You know, they'd never really go to malls or nothing like
They're
that.
Amish.
Yeah, right. Well, I told him, I said, you know what, I'm going to take you all out for an experience, and I took your advice. I took him and his son up there to North Carolina.
You took him to Concord Mills.
That's it, yeah,
okay.
Concord Mills, yeah. And, of course, they'd never seen nothing like it, you know, so they were pretty intrigued by everything, especially intrigued by them two metal doors that kept opening and closing.
You mean the elevator?
Is that what they call it?
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the son, he'd never seen nothing like that, you know, so he was asking, he goes, well, what is that, you know? Well, Zeb, he'd never seen an elevator either, so he didn't know what to tell him, you know. About 10 seconds later, this little cute 85-year-old lady comes up there, you know, she presses that button, the door's parked, she walks in, the lights flash, the bells ring. About, 10 seconds later, out steps this beautiful 24-year-old looking woman. About that time, the son looked down at his, Dad looked at his son, he said, son, go get your mother.
Where are you going?
Well, I got to share something with you, Brad.
What's that?
Well, you remember my nephew?
Bobby Joe Billy Dale?
Yeah, he got a lot of first names, don't he?
Does.
Yeah. Well, my little nephew, he comes over to my house pretty often. We hang out and stuff, you know. But I have to share this because he brought home this book the other day, and I'm going to tell you, it just burned me up. It did, because I'm getting sick and tired of how everybody wants to politically correct up the Christmas story. That way, everybody everywhere can enjoy it. Nobody gets offended. I mean, you can't even say Merry Christmas anymore. They want you to say Happy Holidays. You know what I mean? Anybody sick of that? Well, you might be on my side here for a second. Here's the book he brought home, and this is the politically corrected up version, and this basically is the story formerly known as 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, all right? So it is now called 'Twas the Night Before a Non-Denominational Winter Holiday. 'Twas the night before a non-denominational winter holiday, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The neutral gift sacks were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that a non-specific holiday figure soon would be there. Children of every race, creed, and nationality were resting all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar-free plums danced in their heads. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I got up out of bed to see what was the matter, and to see who was violating the neighborhood sound level ordinance. But what to my wondering eyes did appear but an emissions-free vehicle, an 8-sized Chinese reindeer. Holiday figure was so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Holiday figure. He had a broad but normal face and an advanced-sized belly, and he laughed. Lady of the evening, lady of the evening, lady of the evening. I mean, can you believe that? You can't even say ho, ho, ho anymore.
Lady of the evening.
I mean, what kind of commie crap is this anyway? His name is Santa Claus. He breaks into people's houses. He cracks deer with a horsewhip. And he drinks rum and eggnog, and he looks like Uncle Jesse from the Dukes of Hazzard. End of story.
Boy, you were fired up about that, right?
Burns me up, man.
Well, I got to ask you, do you have any more plans while you're in town doing the interning?
Yeah, just a few. Well, you met my family for a show.
I did. Interesting bunch of folks.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. But we have this standing long tradition. Every Christmas, of course, every family has their own tradition, but we like to go out and do karaoke.
Karaoke?
Yeah.
I didn't even know you were a singer.
Well, I'm not. That's why I karaoke. But I got to tell you, every year that we go out and start doing this karaoke thing, I start realizing real fast that I've been singing the wrong lyrics to certain songs for years.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the song We Are Family?
Oh, yeah.
You know that one? Y'all know that song? Yeah, well, for the longest time, I thought they were saying, just let me staple the Vicka.
Staple the Vicka.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense.
I know, but let's see who's right and who's wrong here.
All over people around us, they say.
Check it out. Listen.
Can they be that close? Just let me staple the Vicka.
Sounds like it.
I bet you money that's what they're saying. Just let me staple the Vicka.
Just let me staple the Vicka.
Hey, you remember that lady over there in Great Britain about 5 or 6 years ago? She had that big hit. I think her name was Duffy.
Duffy, that's right.
Yeah, well, for the longest time, I thought she was begging me for bird seed.
Bird seed.
Yeah, check it out.
I'm begging you for bird seed. I'm begging you for bird seed.
Apparently, it's Mercy.
Yeah.
But I'm up there at karaoke going, bird seed, woo, bird seed. Looking at me like I'm an idiot. Of course, they might not be far off from that one. Remember this here?
Oh, yeah.
Can't go on
Great song. I love that song.
thinking nothing's wrong.
That song there is Drive by the Cars. And if you're not familiar with it, whenever they do this song live, they actually show this harrowing footage of starving Ethiopians.
Mm-hmm.
But if you listen closely, they're actually singing about pork pie.
Pork pie.
Pork pie.
I gotta
Yeah,
hear
check it out.
No.
Thinking nothing's wrong. What the
Pork
And
pie.
remember Michael Jackson? Yo, I love Michael Jackson. We got any Michael fans? You're going to love this, and you'll never listen to this song the same way twice. Apparently, according to Michael, his burgers are the best.
The burgers.
His burgers are the best. Listen here.
I can hear your prayers. Your burdens I will bear.
What's he got, a food truck or something? Hey, I guess that's better than a Canadian singing about hot dogs.
What?
Yeah, check this out. Remember this?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good movie, too.
Wherever you are.
I believe the hot dogs will go on.
Come on.
Swear to you. Go home and listen. Check it out.
I believe that the heart does go on.
Apparently, she's out there peddling hot dogs. I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, my buddy Billy Lloyd. Let's go get us a hot dog.